priorities this year and doing some things that we really want to do and not always putting work first. And I'm wanting to make a few changes as well, including about this YouTube channel. The stones were built like Lego brick. I have struggled with it the last couple of years, and life's too short not to do what you really love, isn't it? And there we have it, our homemade pizza. Should I stop this YouTube channel? Is it serving a purpose? Good morning and welcome back to a new vlog. We are just heading out the door. I just finished last weekend's vlog and I need to have a long work day. However, we just feel like getting out, so we've decided to be spontaneous today and go do something really nice for the morning and then come back and have a working afternoon. So we're going to share that with you now. Just making different priorities this year and doing some things that we really want to do and not always putting work first. I really hope you'll enjoy this vlog. I hope it's a really nice one. Something we really want to focus on this year is making the most of where we live. And I'm wanting to make a few changes as well, including about this YouTube channel. So I'm going to be talking about that in this video too. Morning, Aid.
Good morning, how are you?
You're wrapping up all snug. It's a little bit warmer today. I think it's due to get to about 6 degrees today.
Yeah, it's 2 at the moment.
So is it 2? I don't think I need a hat. We're going to go on a decent walk, aren't we?
Yeah.
And hopefully grab coffee as well. I think that's what I'm most looking forward to actually at the moment. Coffee and cake. We very nearly didn't come out this morning. We got up with the intention, and then by the time we got ready, it was later than I'd hoped, and I've got a lot of work to do today.
And the weather wasn't that great, was it?
No, that's very true actually.
That's another factor, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're heading to Stonehenge, by the way. We just kind of had this, it's a bit of a romantic dream really, of going to Stonehenge with blue skies. Frosty, snowy. We just thought it'd be so nice. And we've talked about it since the last time we went in the summer. And we've obviously got a bit of snow at the moment. It's frosty, although the snow, we've woken up and it's nearly all gone. I can see a little bit out there. And the forecast was supposed to be blue skies, but it's really cloudy. There's no blue skies. But we really like the idea, because last time we went, it was summer. It was summer, it was cold. It was really cold, but it was absolutely heaving. That we wanted to go for a coffee, didn't we, or lunch? And the queue was to the back of the door, busier than any Disney quick serve I have ever seen. So we thought we'd leave it and save it for another time. So we just had this romantic vision of going in the winter. And I'm really busy with work this weekend, but it just seemed like weather-wise it was the perfect weekend. And then I just thought, I've got so much work. I still need to edit tonight's vlog. I've got kit packing to do, or working on my kits. And so I kind of said to Aid, I feel really bad. We were literally, our bags were ready by the door. We were all ready. And then we spoke about it and we said, nope, let's do it. Let's go anyway. So we're doing it anyway. I have got work in the car that I'm working on. I've just realised my stickers have just fallen over. Yeah, I'm cutting little stickers in the car for my kits. But yeah, it's something we really wanted to do. We're going to go and get our steps done today around Stonehenge, and hopefully this time grab a coffee and a cake. And the other thing as well, actually, in 40 minutes we need to be making our Disney dining reservations as well. So we've got that being thrown into it. And it's a good one. It's the one for our wedding anniversary.
Think of some of the places we've done our dining room. Didn't we do an Alton Towers one time?
We did our dining reservations at Alton Towers.
With a really dodgy signal.
Yeah, that was when you used to have to do it 180 days out, and we had a whole, and you could do it for the whole of your trip. So I think we did.
For both of us, weren't we?
We did 2 or 3 weeks worth of dining reservations. Yeah, both of us on our phones. We were sat outside. Is it 13? The ride, the one that drops.
The family went on that, didn't they?
Yeah, the family all went on that because we were with my mum and it was my mum's birthday, wasn't it? I just remembered. Yeah.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread
we did do a video actually on our travel channel. We came to Stonehenge and then we went to Woodhenge and then we went to, what's it called? Old Sarum or something, isn't it? Over Salisbury Way, Amesbury. That was really good actually. So if you are interested, this isn't going to be like a proper travel touristy video, but the other one was, because we did all that in the summer. So I'll leave a link to that on our travel channel down below. Today is just a day of getting out in the winter, getting our steps in, and hopefully having a coffee. We're here already. That was really quick. We were wondering as well, this is the area where you park, we were wondering how busy it's going to be with it being winter.
It's not a fantastic day, is it?
No. Yeah, but most people don't wake up and think, oh, it's blue skies, let's go to Stonehenge. It is a pre-planned thing, isn't it?
Well, I guess the tourist ones as well have had to book tickets. Normally it's the coaches that come in and things like that, don't they?
Being the second weekend of January, it's not peak tourist season, is it? And these little buses here, they're the ones, when you've paid for your ticket, they can take you up to Stonehenge. It's really quick. Or that you can, that long road literally walks you there. So we're definitely walking today. It looks really quiet, doesn't it? We're English Heritage members, so we've got it on our passes. But I was looking online, because we can pre-book our tickets anyway, but obviously we don't have to pay, we just put in our membership number. But it was just under £29 each if we wanted to come today. So we're not going to do it today, but you've got like a little museum-y area there, and then the walk is all the way up there through the trees where we're going. It's a bit quieter than when we were here last. So we've gone for 2 decaf lattes, and I've got the cheese scone, and Aid's got the rock cake. Was that with raisin?
Yeah.
But you have the choice of chocolate chip as well. These were $3.95 each. It's quite pricey, isn't it? How much did it all come to?
£14.
Okay, so I guess not too bad, far off. Sort of like regular prices. How's your rock cake? Rocky. I'm going to try this cheese scone.
So,
how cheesy will it be? It does come with butter.
nice.
It's okay.
Yeah, nothing to... The rock cake's really nice. Like mine.
I wish it came with the option of being warmed up. That would be quite nice, because it's very cold.
So Lisa's just got us on our dining reservation, and we're just thinking...
Do we want any others?
What else do we say?
Well, the others we can't do until our next reservation.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very true. So is there anything... Let's have a think.
There we go. About 30 minutes. We've still got a tiny weeny bit of snow around and some on the top of the stone over there. We've been told to keep to the pathway because apparently the fields are very, very muddy today. It does look quite nice though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Do you think some of the stones will have snow on them? I'm hoping snow and ice. And it's just one long road to the stones. And the only thing that uses this road are the Stonehenge buses, so it feels very safe. There we are. It's worth the walk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really like it over here. And by the way, you can get up here without paying, and you can still walk. You can pay to park in the car park, and you can still walk the perimeter, but you just can't obviously get in here to the actual stones. It's a lot quieter here today, isn't it? Compared to the summer. This is really nice. Got a little bit of snow over there. I do like being here. It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
It is.
So this in the summer is all open, and you could walk across, and there was loads of like signs, pictures to give selfie ideas, but it's obviously only open during the summer months, the dry months, because it's so wet. So you've just got this little pathway. So actually, yeah, because you can't walk all the way around seeing the other stones, can you? You can see all the benches and that over there. So it's obviously just open in the summer months. So, and you can, any Lego fans, the stones were built like Lego bricks. You can see the little bump there where one's fallen down. They're actually made to fit in like a little jigsaw puzzle. Left the stones up there, and we're gonna try one of the walking trails across. By the way, there's no loos up here. So if you have a great big coffee down at the coffee shop,
That's slippery.
there's no loos. It's a bit slippery, is it?
Yeah.
It's so much quieter. The buses are empty coming up. Bearing in mind it's like halfway through the day now, whereas in the summer they were packed, weren't they?
Yeah.
This was what I was hoping for. Romantic walks in the snow. Here we are back, and Aid has requested.
Look in the shop.
Go on. Are you glad we changed our plans back and came
Yeah,
out?
I've needed this.
I know, yeah, it's felt really nice actually. I'm glad as well.
I think we've already been done just under 3 miles.
Yeah.
But it's just been nice being out.
It's change of scenery as well, isn't it? Yeah, it has been really good. Good morning. I'm going to make pizza today. You know, do you ever do this? You lay in bed and you just really fancy something. Last night I laid in bed and I really fancy tuna pizza. So this morning I've got up and I've got my good old trusty Jamie Oliver book out, and I always use this for my pizza base, and I'm going to make a really quick pizza base. The hope is then I struggle a little bit with anything like this, with rising, and it's a cold day as well. So I'm going to try and make this pizza dough. I've made it in the past loads of times and it's been fine. But I also sometimes make the rising ones and they don't go so well. But we're going to try it today. I'm going to make this pizza dough now this morning and then try and make really good pizza tonight. That is my hope. Let's see how this goes. By the way, do you ever make your own pizza? And if so, what pizza dough recipe do you use? And what kind of bread yeast do you use as well? I'd love to hear from you because it's just something that is very hit and miss with me. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know if it's the temperature in the house. I have bought new one because I've done it before and it's been older yeast that's gone out of date and I didn't realise. It doesn't seem to have a massive long date on it, this dry stuff. But yeah, any tips or hints, I would love to hear from you, please. Whilst I make this pizza dough, I will then have a chat with you about some changes that I'm kind of wanting to make. So it's something I've been thinking about for the last year. And when I started the YouTube channel years and years ago, do you know this channel is really quite old now, and I'm coming up to 10,000 followers finally. It's been a very long slog for me, but I am so grateful, and it's felt a natural progression, and I'm so grateful. I've just made so many amazing friends through this channel, and I am really grateful for that. It's really become a part of my life. All of you have. And but it started out just me filming my scrapbooking layouts. It wasn't my face. I didn't sort of film face on. It was just me filming, doing scrapbooking, because that was part of my business. And then I started doing more talking, and then I started vlogging. But I kind of then, my channel became more about a mum juggling her business from home around a family. I had younger kids then. My channel was so different. I used to do like motivational Mondays, and it was very geared up to the juggle of running a creative business from home around kids. And I would talk lots about children and family life, meals around the kids, and it was all about the juggle and the hustle, and it was fast living. I think it is different when you're trying to run everything around kids. You know, you'd have the kids' activities, I'd be trying to do work, and just life feels chaos, doesn't it? It's bad enough normal life, but then throw running a business when you're trying to work 12, 13, 14 hours a day around your kids. It was totally bonkers. Then in 2017, I vlogged our first ever Florida trip, as it wasn't our first Florida trip, it was the first time I vlogged it, and I shared that on here. My vlogging back then was very, very different. The kids, especially Holly, didn't really want to be on camera, and I was very, very careful of that. So a lot of our vlogging was us, but me not doing so much face on. It was following along with us, and I would do little bits of talking. Louis, on the other hand, doesn't really care. He wants to work in film and all that kind of thing. He's very chatty, very outgoing, happy to talk, happy to share. So it was always getting that balance right and making sure that they were comfortable, and also being very aware that we were having, as they got older, limited time with having holidays with them, because it gets to the stage like now where they do their own thing, which is totally normal. They're in their 20s now, so it is very, very different. So then obviously they went to uni. I didn't have the big mum juggle anymore. My life completely changed, and now fast forward, and like I just feel like we have just started a whole new chapter and moving like into this empty nesting period. And I will confess, I haven't found it easy. I have found the last couple of years a massive struggle. It's been really, really hard, and I felt that I haven't really had people to talk to it about it with. It's almost something that people are quite dismissive of, and I found that I don't think many people do understand. And I know, like our parents, for example, they don't, because they've had children leave so much later. You know, Aid and his brother were both 30 when they left home. My mum, again, my brother was in his 30s, and Aid left home and I was living 5-minute walk away. So he moved from his parents into my house, and then up until last year, he was a 5-minute walk away. And my mum is exactly the same. My brother lives less than a 5-minute walk away from her. So they haven't had that complete no kids living at home. And most of our friends are still like that. The kids go to uni, but they come home more. Ours both work, so they haven't had that luxury of being able to come home in the holidays, because they've still needed to keep their jobs up. And lots of our friends have still got kids at home. I don't know many people in our situation whose kids have left at quite an early age. And I think because I had the children really, really young, and so I'm still young, it feels really strange. So many of our friends with kids of our age are much older, or we're the other end and people having their kids much later. We've got friends whose kids are still like in primary school. Our family of our age, we've both got cousins with kids that are really, really little, sort of similar age to us. So we're in sort of quite a unique situation, and I have really, really struggled. I think because I am very mumsy, I love the whole home stuff. I have loved being a mum with little kids. I've loved it. I can't tell you how much I've loved it, and I've really, really missed it. And I wouldn't say that it's a mourning phase, because it hasn't been, because I am so, so happy for our kids. They are both so settled and so happy. They've got their own lives now, and it's so exciting watching them grow. But you can still miss the younger years, can't you? And I think that's totally fine, and I don't want to just sort of ignore that. But I have struggled with it the last couple of years, and I've loved our new life, and I do love our new life, and it's so exciting to be young and suddenly have this whole world open up and this freedom, and I love that. And I love having adult kids. We have such a giggle, but I have struggled with it at the same time, and sometimes I'm fine, and then sometimes, like especially when they go home, like at Christmas, I really, really miss it. And I think because we probably had one of the best Christmases we've ever had, but then you feel sad when they go home. And again, that's totally normal. I think, like when my dad leaves here, when we've had an amazing time and he goes back to the States, I feel sad and I just get really low. And the same with I did a video Friday about, I never go in straight away and clear the kids' rooms. I let them be for a few days, and then I sort them out. And I'm the same with my dad. When my dad goes back to the States, I just kind of just leave the room for a bit, and then I go and sort it out. So I've just sort of found ways of dealing with it. But yeah, so this channel has completely changed, and I feel like we've kind of, like this last year, I've kind of like been in a bit of a transition with it. I'm not a mummy channel anymore, but I don't have my massive big studio anymore, and that was such a huge part of my life. So that's gone now as well. And you kind of, even last year, I hit a real low in the summer last year, and I found after Germany, I really, really struggled. It kind of like brought things to the head a little bit, and that's when I started having my health issues as well, and I started questioning a lot of things. Do I even keep this channel going? And I kind of just sat on it for a while and just sort of tread water with it a bit. And I've kind of thought that I'm kind of in this situation now where I really want to start enjoying slowing down and just living a more slower and intentional life. And I know I struggle because I'm a very excitable person anyway, and I've always got something on the go, and I think I will always be that type of person. But I can still enjoy things on a little bit slower, I think. So that's what that's my hope. I'm going to really try that this year, and my word of the year is time, because I want to allocate time for different things but enjoy what I'm doing. So I love my new business that I've started, or we've started, the travel business. I love it so much, and I love the connections I'm making, the community that we're building. We have such an amazing travel team, and it's so exciting watching other people start their businesses as well, or watching them make savings on their businesses. I am loving that so much. By the way, if you want any information about that, please leave me a comment down below, and I'll chat to you about that. It's just, I love it. I really, really love it. And I'm excited to watch that grow this next year. I love my creative business, I really do. I think I'm gonna need to make changes with that this year. Business has been very, very difficult with that the last few years. Just the constant price increases with post, with supplies. Supplies have been a massive deal. Now, not in the UK, we can't sell to Europe or Northern Ireland unless we have somebody representative over in those countries, and that's costing hundreds. So that's out of the question. So that's gone. There's just been so many battles constantly since Brexit. It's just been one thing after another. So that's something I really need to think about this year. I love my Patreon. I love the classes, the community that I built. That's a part of my creative business. That's not going anywhere. I love that side. So yeah, I do need to rethink things this year, but I think for this channel, it's not going anywhere, despite me questioning it last year. I really was wondering, you know, should I stop this YouTube channel? Is it serving a purpose? And when I did question it last year, I had so many lovely comments. So that kind of helped that. I think this is staying, but I'm not a mum juggling a creative business from home anymore. I'm more a redundant mum. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm still a mum. I don't have kids at home that I'm making packed lunches for anymore and picking up school runs. My role as a mum has very much changed now, but I'm living I'm living this life, living in the country, trying to live a slower life, enjoying what I'm doing, still running businesses from home. So I think I'm just gonna continue along and document our lives just as they are. So enjoying country life, trying to live a slower pace, and I love being a homemaker. So yeah, that's, I think, the way this channel is kind of moving now. My yeast is doing well, look, it's gone frothy. So I hope that's okay with you. I hope that sounds okay. I need to change the artwork above the channel because that really isn't what this channel is anymore. I just kind of wanted to update you on the changes and where I see us moving this year in terms of channel content. But yeah, I think that's what it is. We've kind of like naturally evolved to, and I guess you do naturally evolve over the years, don't you? You do change and that. So yeah, what do you think? Let me know. Right. I think I'm going to mix this in with the flour. I'm excited for this. I really fancy this. Right, what else do I need? Oh, salt. I am craving Blaze pizza at the moment. leave me a comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. And do you crave it as well? Blaze Pizza is such a good pizza. Are they only in the States? I think they might be, as far as I'm aware. And it's like a, oh, I could really taste the salt then. It's like a Subway. Think of Subway for sandwiches, but think of it for pizza. And you go along and you choose your base, you choose your toppings. Oh, it's just so good. And then they whack it in the fire and blaze it for you. I just love the crispy base. Oh, it's just so, so good. So that's what I'm recreating today. Life's too short not to do what you really love, isn't it? And I think over the years, as you change, your loves change as well, don't they? We still love our holidays. They are such a massive part of our lives. But we love going to all the little farm shops. We love going out for coffee. We love exploring this whole new area that we've moved to and finding new places. We love collecting sort of like old vintagey things for the home. That's something else I want to, or I'm going to carry on documenting, as well as the changes that we make to our home, because we both find that really exciting. We love going to vintage places and finding different things for our home. I am daily now on Facebook Marketplace trying to see what I can find. So yeah, but it's been quite nice getting this off my chest actually and having a little chat with you, because I've always been a very open person on this channel. And even if I don't share things straight away when they're happening, like when I was really struggling last year, I generally then come back and sort of share it afterwards. So yeah, but if you are an empty nester as well and you've struggled, let me know, because I don't think it's something that many people talk about. And I don't think it's a bad thing to admit as well, because I absolutely loved those days. I really, really did. And at the time when you're going through it all and you're dealing with bedtimes and after school activities, it feels like it's going on forever. And then suddenly you just think, where did the years go? But, and I think the only reason why I do feel a bit sad sometimes is because I loved it so much, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I really don't. And I guess I should feel very lucky that I did enjoy it so much. Kneaded my bread dough. I'm going to pop this. I've had the oven on, so it is just slightly warm. It's literally been on for a couple of minutes just to try and help the bread dough. Now I have a question for you. Is there a replacement for cling film that you can buy that can go in the oven? Because I use this every time I make bread. And if I can find a replacement that I'm not using single-use plastic each time, let me know if there's something out there. I know you can get different like wraps and things, but I don't know if they're oven safe. So let me know if there is something. I'd be really interested. Right, it is 10:15. Let's see how that does. I just hope it works, because I really, really fancy pizza. And I'm sure some of you will ask me for the bread dough recipe. If you just Google Jamie Oliver basic bread dough recipe or basic pizza dough, and that's what it is. And that also reminds me actually, you know that cookie recipe? I know lots of you wanted my white chocolate and cranberry cookie recipe. I've now got the recipe card saved. So all of my sweet treat recipes that I've been doing, they're all on little recipe cards, all the same size. You can go and either download them or print them. They are all in my Patreon, but as a free member. So you don't have to pay for them. You just sign up as a free member, and then you can access the recipes from there. So I'll leave the link to the Patreon down below. A few hours later, we have got pizza dough. I am so happy with how this has risen. So we've left the base on the tray there to proof. and just mixing up tin tomatoes, bit of ketchup, brown sauce, salt and pepper, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. I'm whizzing that down. We like a nice rich tomato sauce. There we go, tomato base, cheese, and tuna and seasoning. And I'm gonna whack that in the oven on the highest I can. And there we have it, our homemade pizza for dinner. I'm gonna go dish up this. We're gonna sit cozy in the sitting room and eat pizza. I'm so looking forward to this. I am so hungry. Let us know what your favorite topping is on pizza. And thank you for being here with us. I hope you've enjoyed our wandering. I hope you've enjoyed me chatting about the changes and everything, and just everything generally that's been going on. Thank you very much for being here. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you on Friday with a new video. Take care.